I know that things are working against me. My tumour in my tummy near my belly button has got bigger and it's harder and it's pushing towards my hernia, which isn't helping. And you can see that my puffy face means that my steroids have gone up. So trying to keep me comfortable. So I'm on fentanyl. I've got 50 microgram patches, I've got my steroids, I've got my breakthrough medication, I've got paracetamol, and now I'm on an anti-inflammatory, which is to try and get me a little bit less inflammation around the tumours, and it's also to help regulate things a little. But because my kidney function is so poor, we're starting off seeing how it goes, and my kidney function actually has changed very little on these tablets, so it's potentially a good choice. So what's a hospice like? The first night I sort of came in and it felt like a bit like a hospital. That's how I felt, although the feel of it isn't like that. But it's in your mind because you're in a ward with beds, and there's 3 beds and a private bay in our room, and I was a bit scared by it all. But actually then I started to settle down a little bit with it, and then first night I walked around the bed and I burst into tears. And I kept crying and crying. I'm thinking, oh God, please don't anyone come around here, because if they see me crying, it's going to be so embarrassing. And I was like kind of trying to deal with it. And then that started to go, and then I started to feel a little more comfortable. And the next day I woke up for breakfast, and getting used to asking people to do things feels really weird, because you're laying in bed and somebody brings you a cup of tea. I guess it's a little bit like being at home. And then you think, okay, I've had a cup of tea. What should I do today? When there's nothing to do. And then you think, okay, so now what's next after this? And there was nothing next to do after that, because you're just here all day in bed. So my plan is get up, have a shower, get dressed and feel really normal. And then the pain comes. And then you're thinking, they're never going to let me out of here because I've got all this pain. But then it's almost like a family. Everyone treats you like you're special and you're important, and they've got time for you. And then the food. It started off that I thought you could just tick one thing on the list. So I was steroids, hunger. I mean, I was absolutely starving and begging hubby to bring in loads of food. And then I realised you can cook a couple of things on the list. So then I was taking everything that I thought I could possibly get away with and eat it. And they've got a little fridge in the ward, so I've got a little stockpile of cheese and chorizo in a little pot and some grapes. And what's hard is that I've not been able to do much writing. I'd normally be writing my blog now, and I want to get on my book, and I've not been able to take it out of and get on with it. So I know that I'm not as well as I'd like to think I am. And I'm hoping they're going to fix that and send me home. I had a couple of days out. You get ward leave, which was really weird. It was a bit like after being grounded, being sent out to play. So I went out on Saturday with hubby, went home for 2 hours, got changed in night. He's had a proper power shower because the shower here's a bit feeble. And then we went and had dinner on the way back. And then on Sunday I went to my son's for a roast for Easter Sunday, and Monday I spent most of the day in bed because I was exhausted. So what have I learnt from being in hospice? The staff will do anything for you. They're amazing. They want you to be comfortable. The doctors are around, the nurses are around. They answer your questions, and that they want to be here. They also want to prepare you to go home again for more time, and that was the one thing that I thought was probably being taken away from me and wasn't. So that side of it is nice. They rely a lot on donations, so there are things that they could do with that are lacking, because you can't donate to everything. I mean, when I look at my page, I've got my GoFundMe at Grapefruit and Wine, and I think I'm asking people to help me buy medication to keep me alive longer. Why would somebody do that for me? Why give up the money they've worked hard for and earned to keep me alive longer? And yet all these amazing people have donated over £2,000, and I'm like, well, I'm just bowled over by it. Then there's the food service they've got to run, which is great. I wouldn't say it's the most exciting menu in the world, and it's a little samey, but it's enough. It's good enough, especially if you're not going to be here for a long, long time. There's a comfort here that I think that when my time comes, I'd like to come back here to see my days out, and I think I'd feel comfortable and looked after, so that's important. But the most common thing people seem to come here is to manage their symptoms. So if somebody suggested you go to the hospice as an outpatient for pain relief, or go to the hospice as an inpatient and help get your meds online, or find treatment or physio, because I've been offered all of that, take it, because it's absolutely fantastic opportunity to try and live longer and get your health better. I was reading some research the other day, and it said that people with better managed pain and better managed symptoms live longer. And although I've accepted the inevitable and time absolutely is not working for me, I know that if I could add a little bit of time by something I do that doesn't cost anything, that's not drug related, then why not do it? My next plan is to have Avastin as a standalone treatment, which means it's got to be funded privately, all of it. But having looked at all the symptoms and the best options for me, that seems to be it. I'm seeing the oncologist on the 10th of April. It was originally the 3rd, but I'm seeing him on the 10th of April to discuss when I will start, because I've got to make sure that funding's in place for dose 2 before I can start dose 1. So I'm kind of going to have to try and push a little bit more with trying to get some funding done, but that's my worry, not anyone else's. And hopefully I can move on with the treatment now. I've got a bed by the window, which is lovely. It means I can look outside, and I'm just going to show you, the garden is, well, let me just show you the gardens. I mean, I'm actually sitting in the smoking area because every time I've come out here in the sun, it starts to rain. And I like the gardens, I like the flowers, I like the peacefulness and the openness, and it doesn't feel like somewhere you go to die. It really doesn't. We've got a lounge area, and I can chat to the staff, and I would say take it if it's offered. Don't be scared of the word hospice. The word conjures up something scary, and it is absolutely not. I know that I'm going to end up going home. I miss my bed and my V-shaped pillow, and lounging around and saying, hubby, can you get me some chocolate, and hubby, can you do this? And what I don't miss about being at home is the being scared about how much I can take drug wise. So I'll have a real dip in pain and think I've had my oxycodone, I've had paracetamol, I've got my patch on, I've had this, I've had that, and I'm still in pain. Where do I go now? Here I can just say I've got loads of pain, and they know what I've had, and they know how much I can have and how far to take me, and to relieve me of that pressure and that worry, I think has helped me to relax. I had a bad day yesterday, and I heard a couple of friends that I know with ovarian cancer, I've known for some time, they passed away. That was really sad and really got me. So I went into the chapel and lit candle. But I think the trouble is with being in this environment, you're surrounded by people that die as well as live. And I think I've accepted and anticipated my own path and my dying and my plan and my all that better than I actually accept other people's path. Maybe that's normal, I don't know, but that seems to be what I've accepted, and yet I know everyone else is going to die too. It's weird, isn't it? Because we're all going to go this way. Well, probably. I would not wish anyone actually to go this way, but we know that we've all got a time limit, whatever that may be. It's a little frustrating when it's cut short, but that's how it goes. Losing Simon at 18 made me appreciate life more anyway, and I think that's helped me prepare for what's next. However, having said that, I still want to be here in November. I still want to see my Sarah Millican concert. I still want to fight on. I don't want to give in to this, even though I'm having down days. And when I passed 1 yesterday afternoon, I'm back in bed in a nightie, which is so unusual for me. So today I was determined to get up, shower, get dressed. Had a bit of a moment in the bathroom this morning, and I'm thinking, oh God, everything's going wrong. And then I thought, no, stop this girl. Deep breath, get dressed, get ready, start your day, get out there. If tomorrow's worse, it's worse, and if tomorrow's better, it's better. But we should all embrace every moment, whether we're ill, whether we're well, whether we're dying, whether we've got problems. Even if it feels like everything in life is going wrong, we're still here, and we owe it to ourselves to keep it good and make it better. I'd like to think by telling you my journey and giving you some heads up about things like the hospice and treatment, and hopefully I'm going to vlog next week about my Avastan meeting and treatment and all that. Once I've got all that written down and clear and I can tell you about it, I'd like to think that I can help you on your journey, or if you're helping someone on their journey, help you make it a better journey for them. And let's all move forward. Let's fight the fight. Let's raise awareness for cancer, particularly for me, ovarian cancer. Let's get this drugs fund rattled, because NICE have got a cushy little job here, in my opinion. I've been reading millions and millions of research papers. Well, that's probably exaggeration, but a good few research papers lately. And NICE are only fighting to get drug costs reduced for drugs that are for more commonly researched things. What about the Avastin? What about the PARP inhibitors for BRCA negative women? They're all giving extended life expectancy. The prices are high, and yet I've seen the Cancer Drug Fund Select Committee fight against the drug companies until that they negotiated reducing the costs so the NHS bought their drugs. If they can do that for other drugs, why are they not doing it for this? Why is Avastin not being offered as a recurrence when some people are getting more than a year out of it as a recurrence? Why is it select? Why have we got to fight? Why have we got to fund it ourselves? Why are they not there fighting it for us? They've got the buying power, the negotiating power. It's 10 years old, this drug. It shouldn't cost what it does. Carboplatin's been around since the 80s, so 30 years, and it's £18 for a vial for a treatment of carboplatin. So why is Avastin £2,500 for a treatment? I know it's a different drug, and I know that it doesn't suit as many people because carboplatin's all the cancers across the board, but at some point that was an expensive drug and they fought to get it down. So where are they? Where are these people? Why are they not fighting? And that's something that I really, really want to push forward. So as soon as I'm feeling a bit better, probably once I'm home and can concentrate properly, that's going to be my big push. Meantime, I've written to my MP, and not just about that, but about the fact that he's got a bill before Parliament trying to raise awareness for ovarian cancer, which has its second or third, I think it's its third reading at the end of this year. So I'm going to write to him, not just with my support, but to tell him the story of all of us who are not getting the drugs funded that we need. Anyway, I hope I haven't done too bad today, considering I look like somebody's pumped me up and painted my cheeks purple. And I shall get back to you as soon as I know everything I know about me Avastin and my funding and when I can start. So I'm at Cynthia Spencer Hospice in Northampton, who are doing wonderful, and